when I was a teen, I wanted to be a either a PE teacher or a stuntman. So like,
Well, congratulations on the show. I absolutely love this. I mean, I'm a big fan of the book. So I wanted to start with Ambika. I mean, I read that you nearly didn't audition for this because you didn't think you were quite right. And after watching nearly the whole thing, I'm kind of like, what?
Yeah, I just loved the book and the character so much and genuinely just didn't see myself playing the part and thought it'd be a massive waste of everyone's time if I auditioned for it. And I don't know what happened, but I just woke up one day realizing what a terrible mistake I'd made, and I sent a tape in at the 11th hour and learnt a Yorkshire accent in 2 days, and it all just sort of went from there. But it took me a long time to convince myself that I was right for the part. Yeah, even way into filming.
Yeah. And what was the audition process like then for you, Leo? And when you got approached for this, is it a long thing or was there much to it?
it was long. It was I think we both got kind of put through the ringer.
Mhm.
Um but it was also kind of wonderful because it meant that when we did get the parts, we um were already very kind of in touch with the characters that, by the time we were filming it all felt quite, in place.
Mm.
Yeah. And with Ambika then, did you get to work together a lot before you filmed? Is there much time for you to get to know each other? Because obviously on screen there's great chemistry. Is that something they give you allowed time for to work on, or is it it's genuinely a business that we don't have time?
No, there was no time. Like you had literally just come off White Lotus. I literally just come off I Hate Susie. Like there was we met for a drink before like the prep week, but there wasn't really time to like establish anything or discuss anything. We just sort of let it happen organically. But I think also like the chemistry was a massive part of our casting anyway, so it was just there already. Yeah.
Yeah. And for you, Leo, then, I mean, you both came off big shows. So The White Lotus obviously was absolutely huge in season two. So does that make more pressure? Is it a double-edged sword when you've done something that gets a lot of attention? Now people know who you are, going into a lead role in a massive project like this. Is that a bit more pressure then on your shoulders going in, or is it water off a duck's back?
Uh, no, I didn't really think of it like that. I think there was, a job to do, and so I kind of just focused on that, and didn't think too much about how the two shows were like gonna be coupled up together, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And this is obviously a modern interpretation of one day. So did you both go into it with like a let's start afresh, or do you look back? Do you reread the book? Do you watch the movies? Do you know the kind of way? Do you look at people's other interpretations, or you to go, no, let's just do our own thing?
Definitely read the book. Like
Mm.
the book, like I had the book on me. I referred to the book constantly throughout the whole shoot. Just because we were making an adaptation that was very faithful and that was everyone's intention from the start. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Leo?
Yeah, read the book, but no, didn't. I've watched the movie before my first audition because I hadn't read the book, and so I wanted to gauge it.
Yeah.
Um, but then after that, yeah, the book was the reference, and then obviously
Yeah. And obviously, each year they're looking to they're catching up with these characters. It's one day every year. I mean, did you identify in any way with your characters at all? While you were filming this or reading the book, is there any parts of them that you feel like, oh, that's a bit of me?
A lot. I mean,
yeah,
I
definitely,
identify a lot with Emma in
yeah.
so many ways. That I won't list for you now, but I don't know. I don't think it's a coincidence that I got the part and I'm also very similar to her. Um, so yeah, but yeah, I think a lot of people see themselves in Emma, which is what makes her very special.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, sort of same. Um, yeah.
Okay. You both predict, well, your character anyway, Leo predicts that one day when they're looking forward, that when he's 40, he'll be rich, he'll be famous, this is his kind of ideal life. Did you, when you were even in your teens or early 20s, generally kind of go, okay, this is where I want to be? And you feel a bit like there's points in this where Leo's done it earlier than he thought, whether it's right, good, or bad. Did you feel like maybe you've got there because maybe acting was something you really wanted?
No, I mean, when I was a teen, I wanted to be a either a PE teacher or a stuntman. So like, um, but no, I've been, very fortunate the last few years. But no, I don't think I thought when I'm 40, I want to be rich and famous. And I think what's kind of cool about Dexter's story is that, you know, there comes a point in his life when he realizes that that's really not what he wants or even wanted. And it kind of, I think he's grateful to not have any of that in his life.
Why do you think this story resonates with people so much that we've had so many interpretations of it? I mentioned this is a modern take on it, as it were, but why do you think it keeps coming back, that it keeps getting remade?
I saw this woman had read the book recently, and she put a review on Instagram the other day, and she wrote the most beautiful paragraph on it. But like at the end, she was like, "This book is life. This book is literally just life. Like it's not." I'm hesitant to call it a love story because it's so much more than that. It's about growing up, but not in a sort of coming of age way. Like it's brutal and it's painful and it's really like grounded and a bit like mundane at times. And it's literally just life. It's got all the spectrums of life and the experiences and emotions that we feel. And I think that's why it's resonated with so many people, especially people as they get older. And it's a book to revisit as you get older because it will mean something different to you as you come to it at a new point in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on the show.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. See you later.